Singapore's universities produce some 4,000 engineering graduates every year, but industry observers say a growing number are choosing non-engineering careers. And some experts say not having a ready pool of engineering expertise could have considerable consequences for Singapore, especially as its economy continues to rely on manufacturing and innovation. Sharon C. reports.
This piece of plastic is the outer casing of a DVD player installed in cars. To make it, engineers had to create a mold from this block of metal. It was 3 years ago that the company started looking into automation. With a price tag of $2 million, automation has halved the number of machines and staff needed to produce the same output in half the time.
In Singapore precision engineering industry, we foresee that the youngsters are not willing to come in. So we look at it and we think that automations will always help us to maximize our productions and with minimum workforce.
In an industry always hungry for fresh ideas and better solutions, Mr. Liao says he's having trouble hiring engineering graduates.
It's a familiar refrain, especially among small and medium enterprises. But statistics from Singapore's universities show no lack of engineering graduates every year. At NUS, the number has grown nearly 4 times over the last 20 years. Engineering graduates used to form less than 10% of the graduating cohort, but now it's about a quarter. At NTU, its engineering faculty boasts the largest number of graduates each year, and over the last 2 decades, the number has almost doubled to 2,800 last year.
But out of the 4,000 who graduate each year, a growing number are not becoming engineers. One of them is Mr. Jason Lim, who is now in business development despite studying mechanical engineering.
A lot of times that, not in the finance industries, you need to do a lot with the mathematics. So there's, being engineering trained, I have that kind of slight advantage over my peers. We will talk about mathematics and situations. And also in this instance, if you talk about problem solving, okay, engineer students tend to be much more, I would say that they are trained to be a problem solver, to improve situations, to improve processes.
Mr. Lim says there are others like him, many of whom are drawn to finance and higher salaries. Surveys from 2013 show that most engineering graduates get a basic starting salary of about $3,000, a few $100s less than business graduates, and up to $2,000 less than law and medicine graduates. With lower starting salaries to offer, it is the smaller engineering firms which are struggling most to attract talent. Beyond SMEs, observers say the implications of not having enough engineers could be serious.
It would definitely weaken our manufacturing, our design capability. It would be definitely more difficult for us to want to freely improve our infrastructure. It would be a huge question mark as to how we're going to be prepared for eventualities, be it climate change or be it security situations where our food supplies and water and energy supplies become an issue.
This trend, I think, also may not bode well for Singapore in the long term, especially when your economy, or most thriving economies also rely on innovation, rely on manufacturing. We have a huge reliance on manufacturing, construction, and also some of the higher value add technology fields, whether it's IT, security, and so forth.
To address this, the Institution of Engineers has launched an accreditation program to give professional recognition to qualified engineers. Currently, only civil, electrical and mechanical engineers can register for professional engineer status.
At this present stage, as our economy is further growing, diversifying, with possible new industries, in aerospace, in marine, in the so-called areas of chemicals, energy and so on, there will be opportunities for us to grow very competent engineers. With recognition, we believe it would help raise the profile of these engineers. and it will add glamour, hopefully, and showcase their achievements and contributions to the economy.
But there's another trend that some academics are worried about. Even among students entering university, the popularity of engineering courses is slipping among top students.
Our top scholars from A levels, poly students, for example, are not going into engineering, which is a very important backbone for manufacturing, for a lot of technology development and business in Singapore. Engineering is very broad-based. As a result of that, we realize that we need to do something, because if we don't, then there will be a big vacuum left in the next few years for Singapore.
NTU has thus repackaged its engineering course and launched a new program called Renaissance Engineering, or REP, in 2011. The idea is to blend business principles and liberal arts with engineering.
I can tell you why the iPhone is so successful, because they have tremendous marketing. That marketing, I think, is one of the key areas. That is why we put the business school with our engineering, so that we can help to nurture the very green innovators that has a marketing sense.
A first-year student, Victoria Chow, said she's drawn to the unique curriculum, even though she had wanted to study business at first.
Sometimes when I talk to my arts friends, like from social science, they'll be like, oh, don't engineers just fix light bulbs? But however, REP, even though it's an engineering program, is very different. It equips me with business and management skills, which is able to help me be like a management of like a company which might do like engineering related like things, which is really good.
The program has so far seen success in drawing the best students, with 400 applicants vying for just 50 vacancies last year.
In recent years, the government has also been paying attention to the need to nurture engineers by increasing the number of engineering courses available over the last 5 years. For example, through Singapore's 4th and 5th universities, the Singapore University of Technology and Design and the Singapore Institute of Technology, each with its own take on how an engineering education should take shape. But will it be enough? Whether employers, academics or industry observers, many I spoke to have called for a mindset change, and that challenge to dispel the stereotypes of what engineering stands for could be the trickiest one to overcome.